Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is January the 24th, 2018, and this is our daily cryptocurrency market analysis where we are giving you the news according to the charts. And before I get started on our analysis, you all know that we are not investment advisors and we are not giving you investment advice, but rather we are the financial language experts in the cryptocurrency space, letting you guys know price predictions and price forecasts for the next coming days. And as you guys can tell from this website, the market continues to tread sideways. The market is not necessarily breaking out nor moving lower, but we can tell you all that the market is trading around an area of support for the overall cryptocurrency space. And we'll talk about that as we get into the other cryptocurrencies. The market cap overall is still hovering around 550.6 billion. Bitcoin dominance as well is hovering around 34%. So today is just pretty much an average day, and as you guys can tell as I scroll down, it's a mixed bag between cryptocurrencies moving higher and those who are trading lower. Bitcoin and Ethereum both are trading higher on today. Ripple and Bitcoin Cash are trading a little lower today. Cardano and Stellar is having a fantastic day in trading. Litecoin is down as well, 0.29. Neo is having a fantastic day. That is probably one of the strongest cryptocurrencies in the market to date, up 11.74%. EOS, IOTA is down 6.22. EOS is up 0.15. Dash is down and Monero is up. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started in our analysis. We're looking at Bitcoin right now on the Bitfinex website. They are up 2.22%. Last trade was $11,222. Looking at the daily price chart for Bitcoin, you guys can tell that throughout the trading day for today, the market did move lower, and that's what we forecasted in our video yesterday, waiting until the market found support, and Bitcoin found support at $10,430. And then you guys can also tell that the volume right now is trading lighter than what it's been the last 3 trading days. So looking at the 3-hour chart for Bitcoin, as I zoom out, you guys can tell that the market is just simply trading sideways for the time being. Support is at $10,000 and resistance is all the way up there at 13,000. And in between, you guys can see other areas of resistance that Bitcoin will have to overcome in order for them to move higher towards $13,000. Now, as I zoom in, you guys can tell that the resistance area for Bitcoin in yesterday's trading was around $11,200. The market was able to break through it on this completed 3-hour bar, but stockpile came in, and if this current 3-hour bar closes above the current completed 3-hour bar, expect Bitcoin to continue to move higher in price, because this completed 3-hour bar is a precursor, probable precursors of strength. We need confirmation on this 3-hour bar in order for Bitcoin to move higher. And if it does move higher, it might come all the way back up to 11,600. But if the bar closes below this previous close, then expect Bitcoin to trade lower. Quick look at the 1-hour bar. You guys can tell that around 11,400 is where weakness came in for Bitcoin, and the market immediately fell lower. But as the market is moving higher, you guys can tell how the volume is just dropping off, which is another indication that the market is not necessarily interested in higher price. But we can tell you that this is a precursors of strength bar for Bitcoin, but there is a lot of stockpile on this bar as well. That's why the current 1-hour bar is moving lower at this time. So it's going to be imperative for this 1-hour bar to close above the previous close. If it's so, then the market will move higher, but if not, expect Bitcoin to trade sideways once again. But overall, you guys can tell that Bitcoin on the 1-hour bar is making higher lows, and that is a pretty good thing to see in order for the market to continue to move higher. And we're still looking for Bitcoin to move higher, but it might just go back up to 11,400 or even 11,006 to get hit with more weakness and then move lower from there. So overall, the market still looks to be trading sideways for Bitcoin. So now let's go ahead and go to Ethereum. So Ethereum is up 6%. Last trade was $1,037. Daily price chart for Ethereum, you guys can tell that it is trading within the range on the daily price chart, $900 is support, $1,100 in around that area is resistance. And even on the daily price chart, we're getting confirmation from the buyers that they're in control in Ethereum at this time. Looking at the 3-hour bar for Ethereum, you guys can also tell that Ethereum is getting hit with stockpile on this current 3-hour bar, and that's why the market moved lower, but the buyers came in once again. So it looked like interest in higher prices for Ethereum is still there. So our analysis is for them to continue to move higher. Now it might just go back up to 1080. That is a true area of resistance. If we continue to get more precursors of strength in Ethereum around 1080, then expect them to continue to move higher. We're not necessarily seeing a lot of weakness in Ethereum on this 3-hour price chart, especially if this current 3-hour bar closes above the previous close. Expect Ethereum to continue to move higher. Okay, if it closes lower, then expect it to continue to trade sideways, and that sideways action can bring it all the way back down to $985 or even $960. So now we are going to go to Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash also is up 0.73%. Last trade was $1,641.08. So the volume for these cryptocurrencies are trading lighter, and that can mean two things. It can mean that there's not interest in higher prices, or the market's not getting hit with a lot of selling at that time, at today's particular trading day. So please keep that in mind, because the volume I am noticing for all of these cryptocurrencies are a lot lighter than what it's been over the last 3 or 4 trading days, including Bitcoin Cash. So now I'm gonna move it to 3 hours. Even on this 3-hour bar for Bitcoin Cash, if this current 3-hour bar closes above, then we're still looking for higher prices for Bitcoin Cash. If it closes lower, then expect Bitcoin Cash to continue to move lower. But overall, we're definitely seeing the market trying to support Bitcoin Cash around $1,600. If it can stay above it, expect Bitcoin Cash to move higher. The next area will be $1,700 if Bitcoin Cash can break through 1650. Okay, so that's going to be very important for Bitcoin Cash to move through 1650. But overall, if this current 3-hour bar, like I told you earlier, breaks or closes above this previous close, expect Bitcoin Cash to move higher. So now I'm gonna move to a 1-hour bar real quick. So definitely we're getting a lot of interest, precursors of strength in Bitcoin Cash at the moment, but it will run across some resistance around 1650, and then the next resistance area is going to be in or around 1670 or even 1680. So Bitcoin Cash definitely has a lot of work ahead of them in order for them to move higher. But overall, the market continues to trade within a range, and as I zoom out, you guys can definitely tell what that range is. It's between 1520 all the way up to 1680, and it looked like the market may try to hit that 1680 again if it can break 1650. But pay attention to the volume as Bitcoin Cash is moving higher in price. The volume is also getting smaller, which is a divergence, which is the opposite of what you will want to see as the market is moving higher. So now let's go to Ripple. So Ripple is up 1.27%. Last trade was $1.34. Daily price chart for Ripple, market continues to trade sideways. Even though the volume is lighter, we're getting stockpile in on today's bar as well. So it looks like the market's trying to get ready for a breakout comparative to what we've seen the last 3 or 4 trading days. So even looking on the 3-hour chart for Ripple, you guys can tell that the market did get hit with stockpile, but the market is still maintaining price above $1.30. And I told you all yesterday, as long as the market can stay above $1.30, expect the market to continue to trade sideways to higher. But every time Ripple comes up to $1.40, it gets hit with more stockpile. So I'm gonna take a quick look at the 1-hour bar. So So even looking at the 1 hour bar for Ripple, you guys can definitely tell that the market is just simply trading sideways. Every time the market comes up to $1.40, it gets hit with more weakness and the market breaks down and move lower. But slowly but surely, you guys can see that it is making higher lows on this particular 1 hour chart, which is a pretty good thing to see. And I can tell you all that the market is not necessarily all that weak right now. So at best, expect Ripple to continue to trade above $1.30 higher, but it might come across more resistance around $1.40. If this 1 hour bar currently that is forming moves or closes lower, then Ripple is not ready for higher prices at this time. So at best, allow it to continue to trade sideways, okay? So now let's go ahead and go to Litecoin. So Litecoin is up 0.98%. Last trade was $180.04. Pretty much just like with Ripple, the market for Litecoin is trading higher, trading lower throughout the day. And currently the market is closed towards the open of today's bar. So looking at the 3 hour chart for Litecoin, you guys can tell that if this current 3 hour bar closes above the previous close, expect Litecoin to continue to move higher. Now it might not move that high, it might just come up to $185, get hit with more weakness and move lower. If it closes lower, then expect Litecoin to continue to move lower, and it might come all the way down to $175, all the way down to $170. But definitely I can tell that this is a probable precursor of strength, so we're waiting on the sidelines until we get a confirmation on this current 3 hour bar that is forming. Quick look at the 1 hour. So definitely Litecoin is going to have to break through $184 in order for them to continue to move higher. We are getting stockpile right now in Litecoin on the 1 hour bar. But I can tell you that the market overall is giving us precursors of strength, so we're expecting them to continue to move higher. And as I stated earlier, it might not go that high, it might just go up to $184 or a little, maybe $182, $183. But then from there it might get hit with more stockpile and move lower from there. But definitely I can tell that the market participants are trying to push price higher for Litecoin. So now let's go to Dash. So Dash is down 0.85%. Last trade was $758.49. So even with Litecoin and Ripple, Dash is pretty much doing the same thing. The market had opportunity to move higher and as well move lower. And currently the bar is closed towards the open of today's bar, as well as yesterday's close and open, as well as the close from the 22nd of January. Okay, the volume is also light, so you guys need to pay attention to that, because that is giving us a signal that the market is ready to move whether higher or lower. I can tell on Dash's bar, even though this is a probable precursor of strength, we need to get confirmation, and right now we're not getting that much of a confirmation of moving higher than we were with the other cryptocurrencies. Dash is a little bit weaker than the other cryptocurrencies, given the fact that this is a probable precursor of strength, but this current bar that is forming is not giving us the type of expectation that we would want to see as the market participants wanting to move price higher. The low or support area for Dash is around 720 all the way down to $680 resistance. It's up there at $800. You guys can tell that the market has tried twice to come up to $800, and ever since then it has been getting hit with a lot of stockpile and weakness, and the market continues to move lower from that point. Quick look at the 1 hour bar. You guys can tell that even on this 1 hour bar that Dash is getting more stockpile around that $760 area. It needs to overcome this $760 area in order for them to move lower, and I can definitely tell that the market is trying to move higher from $760, but we're not getting any volume to back the move higher right now. So maybe throughout the trading day today or for trading day tomorrow, Dash can overcome that $760 area and move higher. Okay. But definitely overall, it looked like the cryptocurrency market is wanting to move higher in price. And just for that fact, we would say the same thing for Dash, even though we are getting precursors of weakness currently on the 1 hour bar. So now let's go ahead and go to NEO. So NEO is up 11.96%. Last trade was $136.21. So NEO definitely is giving us precursors of strength today on the daily price chart. It has given us more volume than the other cryptocurrencies today as well, compared to the last 3 or 4 trading days. It is getting hit currently with a lot of stockpile, but the trading day is not over. So the market can actually close higher towards the high of the bar. Now looking at the 3 hour bar for NEO, you guys can tell that it is definitely trying to trade sideways. It is getting hit with stockpile at the moment, but I can tell you all that the market participants are trying to support NEO around $135, $140 right now. Currently, we'll have to wait on the sidelines because they're still in that process. They might not be successful, and the market will move lower from there. It might come all the way down and bounce towards $130, $126 area, and then find support and move higher from there. But currently, we are definitely getting more weakness in NEO, especially if this 3 hour bar closes lower than the previous close. Expect them to move lower, but next, if it closes above, expect them to move higher. Quick look at the 1 hour bar for NEO. You guys can definitely tell that the market is not necessarily responding to all the stockpile that came in on this particular bar. Market is finding support right now around $135. If it can maintain that, expect them to continue to move higher. But definitely overall, the market for NEO continues to trade within a range, $110 all the way up to $156. Okay. So as long as the market continues to consolidate right now, expect it to move higher. But right now, we're definitely within a time period to where the market is trying to support NEO at $135. And if that's going to be the case, expect them to continue to move higher. But if not, they will move lower if they are not successful in buying up all of the stockpile. So now let's go to Monero. So Monero is up 3.61%. Last trade was $315.80. So again, the volume is really standing out to me for today. It is extremely light compared to the last 3 days. So obviously the market is trying to get prepped and ready for a move in the overall cryptocurrency space. Even for Monero, you guys can definitely tell that stockpile is coming in right now, but the market is still closing on this snapshot above the close from yesterday. So keep that in mind. A lot of volume came in on this particular bar, so it's going to be imperative for the current 3 hour bar to close above. If so, our analysis is going to be Monero is going to be moving higher, and then the next area is going to be towards $331 all the way up to $340. Okay, so pretty much we're standing on the sideline for all of these cryptocurrencies because the current 3 hour bar, we're waiting for confirmation on this probable precursor of strength. If it happens, then we definitely are positive in our analysis that the market is going to move higher for these cryptocurrencies that we analyze. If not, at least expect the cryptocurrencies to trade sideways. Okay, so we're in the standby mode right now in Monero because we really want to see this current bar close above. If it does, expect it to move higher. Okay, quick look at the 1 hour bar though. Quick look at the 1 hour bar. It looks like Monero is definitely trying to keep price and move higher. So we will pay attention to that. And it's looking like our analysis will be for them to continue to move higher in price as well. It might occur tomorrow in trading day, throughout the trading day. But currently it does look as if the market is getting prepped for a move higher for these cryptocurrencies. So the last one for today is going to be Cardano. Looking at the daily price chart, we're getting a very strong push to go up bar. Market look like it's trying to go up to 70 cents, and that might occur tomorrow in tomorrow's trading. Okay, we did get a lot of stockpile on this particular bar. Market did move lower, came down and found support at 60 cents. This current 3-hour bar closes above. Expect Cardano to continue to move higher in price and might hit more resistance around 65 cents. But overall, I can definitely tell as well that Cardano is prepped for higher prices. Okay, especially this 3-hour bar closes above this previous close. So that's all I have for today. Today is January 24, 2018. Appreciate you all watching and subscribing to this channel. Keep it tuned in. We are giving you guys some news according to the charts before it happens, and it looks like overall tomorrow the market is getting prepped for a move, and it looked like from what we saw on this snapshot that the market is getting prepped for a major move higher, but time will tell. And today's trading day is not completed, so this analysis also runs the probability of changing, but right now it looks like the market is getting prepped for higher prices. That's all I have for today, guys. Stay profitable, and I will talk to you all later.